driver of the themes. So what we did was sort of just take his themes and sort of start writing, the lyrics. And it was a bad time for Wayne, which was a great time for the Pro Chain because he was squatting at my house. So me and him were able to, work together and write lyrics with, Andy at the same time. So the whole theme of the record is basically just distance and just being alone and just basically done. There's no recovery. It is what it is, and that's it. I mean, there's no really big this, strong theme of anything other than just this is the record. We're making the record for a reunion. We know that they're going to drop us right when it's done. So, and this is what we want to say. Just we feel ostracized. We can't fix anything. We can't, recover anything. So that's why it's, I'm surprised Reunion didn't bust my balls on Creole, slow gay. Because Wayne back in the day, everything was God, man, that's so gay.
Which I regret now.
No, you don't have to regret it, but it was
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
When we were in junior high, that was a word that was thrown around as a phrase. It just meant that's dumb.
So that's why Creole is everything is gay. Everything is gay. Everything is gay. Everything is gay. Nothing changes, and that's even what's the other song?
Mercury, all your feelings are streaming down your leg.
Yeah. Just everything is just lost. You have nothing. This is what you got.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with it.
The sky seems so far away. The sun seems so dark today. Sing our prayers. Sing our prayers. Bury my pain. Why would you
So Jeffrey was, so my parents owned a condo, and so Jeffrey was the tenant in that condo. And I have a feeling that my parents were not very good at being landlords at the time. And so Jeffrey was the tenant, and he was a very weird dude. He was very, very strange. He asked my mother out on a date and just weird stuff, Very odd guy. No, she was not. According to her, he was not an attractive man at all. And so
He's out of there.
Yeah, he was a weird guy. Anyway, he was according to them, he was not a great tenant either. So maybe it's kind of both. But he left that series of answering machine messages, and I played it for these guys because I just thought it was just hilarious. Because there's just this long string of Don. This is Jeffrey. I've come home and none of my lights work. You gotta come over here and you gotta fix all this. And he just went on and on. It was,
He didn't really know how to operate the household, so it was I think you told your dad just kind of went over and flipped the breakers. It was
oh yeah. It was that was his story. He was like, well, his lights didn't work and he didn't know where the breaker box was, so I went over and I flipped the switch and I was that.
But his whole it's a series of messages behind a cassette that were just it went a comedy.
I wish I could have the whole thing in there because it was just it was a really long and but it was too long to have.
This message is pretty simple. This is Jeffrey. It's now 12:35. I have come home and none of my electricity works. I want you to get somebody over here and fix this place. If you don't get it fixed, I'm tired. This is it. We're out of here. It's simple. I'm fed up and I'm tired. I've reserved all of this.
Image sort of the coldness and isolation of deep space would be like that. It's the feeling. So,
but there's something going on in your guys' imagination. I didn't hear the Mercurius CD until yesterday, actually, because I heard the Antarctica tracks. right? But I had never heard the Mercurius. There's all the interview stuff, like which Star Wars character. Yeah, thank you to Andrew. Credit to him. Wait, like which Star Wars character would be? I mean, is that simply like your guys' way of kind of creating kind of humor from your situation?
Okay,
or?
so here's the thing. As much as the prayer chain ever did anything that was to be taken seriously and in earnest, it is double-handed with total taking the piss, like just being funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I was explaining to somebody outside, we were talking about it, right here, and the alien picture that was like in the artwork, like that was a joke for us. We sat around a table one time talking about if aliens were coming to take over the planet and they ran like a friendly propaganda campaign beforehand and like distributed t-shirts and stuff, and we came up with all these one-liners, but one of them was just like the alien face, like real just, and just said, "See you soon, like, I'm gonna get you," that kind of thing. So we told Jason, the guy that did the artwork, and he like put it in the artwork. And we're just like, we got away with that, So there's a lot of jokes like that, and Eric and I were reading a lot of books about all that stuff. Would be, just a theme that we thought about. All of it's intertwined, so it's like half funny, and half truly. Sometimes stuff is just funny for us, and then we assign it a serious meaning after that. Like, wait a minute. It was serious after all.
Which makes things real clear, of course, for the audience. Are they trying to be funny or are they not? What? We don't know.
Standing in the door.
But like, we just wanted to be a band just like any other band. We had like spiritual themes that we wanted to talk about and things, but there was nothing about like, we never felt like there was an evangelistic part of our music. It was merely, we were going to talk about the things that we wanted to talk about. Some of them were spiritual, some of them were not. And that was just the way it was going to be. And just like Andy said, we would be put in these situations that were like, we would like you to use your music as a tool of manipulation. And that, for us, that was really uncomfortable, and we didn't do it. There would be, times when someone would come on after we played or whatever, because, we play at churches all the time and stuff, and someone would do like a, thing. And that wasn't our thing, and just saw the way that the Christian music scene was. And for us, that was a very, very weird thing. It was just not really an integral part of what we considered ourselves to be in terms of our band. That was maybe a part of our personal lives, but it wasn't a part of like our group or anything. So I think by the time you get done touring with and dealing with a lot of that kind of culture and the weird sort of microcosm that Christian music is, and things that Steve was talking about, and it's just like this very bizarre thing, and we felt very isolated because we were really not, we didn't buy the whole thing hook, line, and sinker, and we felt like we were supposed to do that, and so that was a part of our sort of feeling of alienation and isolation, which were part of the themes that ended up, becoming part of this.
Everything is born out of the struggle that we all undergo, realizing that we need to surrender to God, That's the struggle, because each one of us has these wills that are constantly in the way of that, and that's what is outlined in our music.